Germans believe their legendary all-barley lagers are the finest in the world. We'd like to suggest that they come to the New World. Order a Miller Reserve lager and taste what barley does for our beef. Miller Reserve Lager.
Imagine a deodorant that keeps a man feeling as fresh as this. Introducing Man for Men with a clear shield of protection that fights odor for 24 hours. So feel this clean, this fresh. Try new clear Man for Men deodorant.
You know, our competitor is twice as likely to have a network outage. If you're trusting your important 800 calls to them, well, one of the 800 reasons to choose AT&T 800 service, the best in the business.
One of these engines was filled with Castrol Syntec, a synthetic oil, the rest with conventional oils. They were then drained and started without oil to prove a point. You see, Syntec has a unique molecular structure that bonds to engine parts. Lab tests show it leaves a layer of protection far stronger than conventional oils. And if Syntec protects this well now, imagine if you leave it in. Castrol Syntec protects in ways other oils can't.
Coming up next, it's a Wild West shootout as the Portland Trailblazers battle the Golden State Warriors. Game 2 of our NBA doubleheader, next on NBC.
That's the best reason in the world to have a car with anti-lock brakes. Clear to help you stop accidents before they start. What else would you expect from the heartbeat of America?
I needed fresh air obviously knows where to find. The sort of fresh air Tim Hardaway definitely knows where to find. The very fresh air Brady Anderson without a doubt knows where to find. There's one place you can find all the fresh air you need. Foot Locker. The new Nike Air.
That Believe No Doubt, Reasonable Doubt, on its new...
Thanks, Marv. Well, back here in New York coming up, we will bring you up to date on the NBA scoreboard for the afternoon. We will also be bringing you part of a conversation that Bob Costas had recently with Sir Charles Barkley. And we will head back to Boston Garden to talk with one of the victorious Boston Celtics. We'll get to that right after these messages from your local station.
In celebration of a new style of service at home and abroad, we now embrace the colors of the world as the new colors of United Airlines. Come fly the airline that's uniting the world. Come fly the friendly skies.
The triumphant bestseller comes to NBC. Innocent victims of war.
You are a gift of the Emperor.
Struggling for survival.
How long do you intend to keep us?
Until one woman gives them the will to fight back.
What has to be done?
Jenna Rowland's Silent Cries, NBC Monday.
You're witnessing a highly sophisticated conversation. It's between the BMW 325i and the driver. It's not based on the language of words, but of feelings. How the wheel feels to the fingertips. How the pedals feel to the foot. How the seat feels to the body. But what's truly amazing isn't that this entire conversation took place in just 2.7 seconds, but that it took place at all. Did you know Texaco puts System 3 in every grade of gasoline?
System 3 gets high marks in every grade, which is a lot better than I ever did.
My dad says Texaco puts System 3 in every grade. I'm in the 4th grade.
That's why I always fill up with System 3. What do I look like? Don't say it.
Every grade of Texaco System 3 gasoline keeps new cars running like new.
With System 3, I can get great performance from Beacon Hill to Beverly Hills.
And helps restore performance to older cars.
Don't try it with any other gasoline.
I wouldn't.
Who asked you?
To play this game, you got to have the drive
You got to have the move. You got to have the love. But most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
No, you got to have the ball.
Somebody bring the ball. Bring the ball.
Hey, Chuck. Want a game?
The new street ball. It's a Rawlings. It's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
More small screen fun facts than you can fathom. Monday at 6:30.
Welcome back to our post-game, in-between game, should we say, version of Showtime. Hannah Storm along with Quinn Buckner. Again, the final this afternoon from Boston Garden. Boston beating Cleveland 96-88. Reggie Lewis, the leading scorer all season long for the Boston Celtics, with 17 points on the afternoon, and he has just finished talking with our Ahmad Rashad.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Reggie, a very big win here for you guys today, but you started off a little bit slow in the first half.
Well, we were definitely stuck in the mud at the beginning. We just couldn't get anything going. We were right stagnant out there. And then later on, we started to play together on the defensive end, and I think that's where we made our move at.
How about for you? You came in with a sore back, but it seemed like it got loosened up a little bit in the second half.
Well, in the second half, it did get loosened up. I think I just had to make sure that I played through the stiffness, and then as I started to move more around on the floor, it started to loosen up for me.
You guys are a totally different team with Sherman Douglas in there, aren't you? Like to run the ball a little more.
Well, we definitely are. Sherman is the true point guard, and he makes things happen out there on the floor, especially when teams are picking us up full court and denying the wing entry passes. He's capable of breaking his man down and just taking the ball to the basket.
All right, congratulations on your win today. Good luck to you the rest of the season.
All right, thank you.
All right, back to you, Hannah.
Thanks, Ahmad. And as the Celtics became more aggressive down the stretch, the Cavaliers really missed Mark Price.
Well, I think they missed his leadership. That's the other quality that you have to have in a point guard. Mark Price is considered one of the top with those capabilities. Not having him on the court, I think, hurt the Cavaliers down the stretch.
Now the Cavs 31-59 when Price does not play. Coming up, we will bring you a hefty dosage of Sir Charles Barkley. But first, we'll step aside for these messages.
In a world of sweeping changes, there is one certainty. The financial strength of the Prudential, rock solid in securities, insurance, and real estate.
The NFL has lots of brutes. Hulks and bulks and big galoot. When Barry they see, they stare and say, he's a munchkin, he can't play, this'll be an easy day. Sad, he replies, poor me, I'm small. Then by them he flies with the ball. 6'10", he's not the speed he's got. In cushy shoes he trains a lot. So he's not big with bulk and large. Just think of him as turbocharged.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its smooth draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
A look at the Oakland Coliseum Arena, where in just moments the Portland Trail Blazers will tip off against the Golden State Warriors. The team's trying to make up for the loss of their injured superstars, Chris Mullin and Clyde Drexler. The best in the West still, the Phoenix Suns. They continue to boast the best record, in fact, in the NBA. They are 30 games over 500 at 43-13. They lead the Seattle Supersonics by 3.5 games in the Pacific Division. The Suns' leader, of course, none other than Charles Barkley, who is enjoying an MVP-type year. About a month ago, Barkley sat down with our Bob Costas for an extended interview. We'd like to now share a small portion of it.
Let me read a quote from the recent Sport magazine regarding the incident in the Olympics where you elbowed the player from Angola. And according to you, most of your teammates on the Dream Team weren't troubled by that, or they supported you. However, David Robinson and Michael Jordan said that they thought it was bad for the image of the team. Now, this is what you're quoted as saying. I can't expect all those guys to stick by me. You've got some sellouts in the group because they were trying to make money out of the Olympics. A couple of the brothers wanted to sell me out. I can understand that. Is that an accurate quote, and do you stand by it?
I think it's a longer conversation than... So that's one thing about talking to the media. They talk to you for 5 minutes, and they put 10 seconds of it on TV. I would never say anything bad about Michael Jordan because I love him like a brother. And I would never say anything bad about Dave Robinson. He's a good friend. I think if I was in the NBA and I elbowed another guy, they would say, what a great intimidator. But I think being over in the Olympics, I think the media wanted to find things wrong with the Dream Team, so everything we did was really badly scrutinized. The part about if I say something and a lot of athletes don't stick behind me, I can understand that because I know that I'm out there by myself a lot of times because I understand that I am black. And I can't, and I'm not racist in the least bit. And I think it's important that people understand that I don't think professional sports do enough for black people because a lot of athletes are black. And I'm going to keep talking about it till I retire. And I know a lot of other athletes are scared to stick behind me. And I have no problem because they're really comfortable in their own little world. But I was not calling Michael Jordan and David Robinson sellouts. I think there was 2 different questions that were put together.
But you're a smart guy. You obviously understand this process. And you know, just as if you hit an incredible slam dunk in the NBA Finals, that's going to stick in people's minds. It's highlight film material, more so than a regular season game in San Antonio, let's say. You know that an incident that can be highlighted from the Olympics goes out of all proportion.
Oh, I know, but that's the media. You can't find who you are, what you are, about an article, or about what you say, about what people say about you on videotape. You know, I know I shouldn't be talking about Reebok, but Reebok has a great commercial. They said the fans can make you famous, the money can make you rich, the newspaper can make you worldwide, but the love of the game is what it's all about. I love to play basketball, and I only know one way to play it. And no matter how much money I got or what people say about me in the paper, that's not important. You just got to love to play the game.
Love of the game.
Yeah, but, you know, that's the way Charles is. He definitely has a love for the game, and the spirit in which he plays is something you like. Danny Ainge made an interesting comment about Charles coming up here as he goes through the season. We've seen Charles when we win, and we know we can deal with that. The real question with the Phoenix Suns is when they go through extended losing periods, can you deal with the things that Charles will do? Sometimes he's criticized. Does it, and inevitably he will do it.
And certainly they may have a test coming up. They're only 5-3 since the break, still a winning record, but Richard Dumas out now, and they may be in for some tough times, so we'll see, as you mentioned, how Barkley handles that. One game to tell you about right now, and that is in Orlando. The Clippers losing to Orlando 59-56. We'll update you more on that game as we go along. Of course, the Clips holding on to that final playoff spot in the West. Now out to the West for the Blazers and the Warriors. We will send it out to Tom Hammond, Magic Johnson, and Steve Jones. And then Quinn and I will see you at the half.